Five Nights at Freddy's is one of the fastest growing horror franchises since the Slender series. Five Nights at Freddy's was created by Scott Cawthon in August of 2014, and since it was created, you can't go on the front page of YouTube without seeing some sort of Five Nights at Freddy's video. If you haven't played these games, I highly suggest that you take some time and play them. So with Five Nights at Freddy's 3 coming soon, I thought I would answer one of the biggest unanswered questions about the series. So let's get started. Who is the main antagonist? I personally think it's the phone guy. Now, some people have already stated this theory, but they haven't given reasons why. I have those reasons. Keep in mind, this is just a theory, and I am not 100% sure this is true, even though I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, to fully explain this, I have to go back to the original story. It's going to get confusing, so keep up. As we have learned in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, a single child was murdered by a purple man in the first restaurant. This child went on to possess the puppet that you distract with the music box in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Later, in the second restaurant, the same person is believed to have dressed up in the Golden Freddy outfit and captured and murdered 5 children. As we learn in the mini-games, he then disposes of the bodies by putting their corpses in the animatronics. That is how the original 4 from the first game, along with Golden Freddy, were possessed. Now, if you fully play through Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you hear the phone guy on the final night say some things that are pretty suspicious.
I love those old characters. Did you ever see Foxy the Pirate? One more thing. Don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere.
Notice how he says that he doesn't like the porcelain doll because it's always thinking. But he also points out how he loves Foxy. Now remember, the first kid, which possessed the doll, was killed very quickly outside the original snore. The other 5 were kidnapped and tortured, so you can assume that there was some sort of abuse before the killing. Hence the possibility why the phone guy loves Foxy. Sadistic, but true. There are 4 total stores in the Five Nights at Freddy's series. The 4th was in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, the 3rd store was in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Then there's the second restaurant, which is also where the phone guy began working there. He mentions in one of the phone calls how much he loves Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, so imagine this. Maybe he went to the first restaurant, where he began developing his love for the store, also where he may have committed his first heinous crime as the Purple Man. Then, when the second store opened, he began working there, which is where he brutally murdered 5 children. Now you may think, wait a minute, phone guy said that they caught the killer. Well, they did, but only for a short period. The man that was arrested was soon let go because they had no physical evidence on him, so the murderer is still out there. As we know, the 3rd game will be a sequel to the first game, so you will be playing in a 5th establishment. So I assume that the phone guy is the new animatronic, attempting to quench his thirst for blood by murdering you along with more children. And that theory is supported because in the first game, you hear Freddy attack and theoretically kill the phone guy. Now, picture this. Imagine if they got revenge on him from the previous murders by killing him and stuffing him in an old and unused costume similar to Bonnie, just like the children were in the earlier restaurants. That's why I think no. That's why I know he is the bad guy. Also, contrary to popular belief, the new animatronic is not an old Bonnie. It is way too small, and Bonnie has a much different face than the new one. So that is my theory behind the dark story that is Five Nights at Freddy's. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it and give it a like. Also, I'm going to continually upload different creepypasta to this channel for your delight. Also, if you're into some lighter, more funny stuff, make sure to check out my main channel, Amazingly Epic Videos. Thanks for watching.